TV star there, Chrissy.
Hey, that, how are you, mate?
Tell him, son.
They flies on good off. They flies on him, okay, Jono? Okay, boys? Get on him, bro! Play big one! Okay, first hit. Straight into it, okay? Take it up, like say more, but just get on the job. Yeah, get on the job. Alright, come on. Let's want us to fuck it up and vote until we get there, eh? Come on. Playing fucking finals footy. You fucking know now, if you stand up with a fucking horse like you can, and say, fucking everyone was looking, everyone was going to go about. That's what you do. All the time, it's right about, we don't worry about it, downstairs. You stand up, fucking get up. Tell you what, Louis, this is a tip. Tell them, probably ran the game out. I reckon we have a few legs to get, didn't we? So, what I wanted to do is go out there first, get about 10 minutes stretching in our group nuts. I want to come back in, I want to have someone from the back nuts, okay, someone from the mid, Scotty, someone from the forwards, Lukey, Chrissy, Stoker, okay? I want an assessment on how you folks went. I want an assessment on where we're going to get better. Because, pure and simple, how we went about it today, we didn't listen. So we need to do it as a group. We need to get some new blokes. We need to know, okay, what I'm going to do there, this is between us, everyone will be on board. Your name will be right down the middle, on that board. On the left will be a pass, on the right will be a pass. I just want to see how many blokes actually rate their game, where they were, where they're at. And then we're going to have a bit of a chat to see how the fuck we're going to improve. And if it's worth it. We're not throwing a year away. And we're not just going 5 minutes, we're not just fucking leaving here in 5 minutes and that's all done. We're not leaving next week. No fucking way. If I'm not having that just said again, okay? So I don't believe that was pretty embarrassing. That was embarrassing. That's a fair word for it, I reckon. We could do much better. Were we allowed to play? Did they stop us playing that well? I don't think so. We had plenty of opportunity. We frozen the headlights. Okay? Back to up. You get where we want to get, there's a lot of headlights to come. They're going to be in front of you. And the spotlight now as well is going to be on you. Okay? Reality of footy. Can't miss that shit out in time. We're not playing a shit comp. We're playing a good comp. We're not playing a bottom side. Move back. We're not playing a bottom side. Alright? Self-appraisal, right now. In your group, I want to know how we're going to improve and not dish that up again. As I said, we're coming up against the side of me chock full of confidence and by 10 goals next week, and I'm not throwing the fucking season away. No hope in the fucking world am I letting...
Here we are again to talk to Barry about the first final, the qualifying final between Chelsea and Karingal. But firstly, you're going to tell us about this. What's this about, Barry?
1963, Colin. I was in a car accident, got thrown out of my own car, someone else was driving it, but had a fractured neck and a fractured skull. Halfway during the season I was picked first row for win the league competition that year and in the league side. Anyway, here's these photos. That's when I was down at St John of God's Hospital in Ballarat with the thing stuck on the back of my head with 20-pound weights at the back there. Timmy Scott Brown, if you're watching this, Timmy had the same sort of accident only on the football field about 4 or 5 years ago.
The clamp on your head there.
He didn't have a clamp, he had a clamp around his skull, but this one there, that was 6 weeks like that, and it really drove me mad, and then I come out of that. Because I thought I was going to get up and walk away and go, be right.
What's the apparatus on your head?
It's all plaster, all over my head, and all around my stomach, right down top of my bum. That was for 6 weeks. It nearly drove me insane. Have a look, I'm like a nun. Aren't I?
Yeah.
But
you could have been in the nunnery.
Well, assume he
Well, you were in the nunnery for a while, but they kicked you out because of your dirty habit.
got a charge.
Yeah.
Very dirty habit.
Now, it says here, shock. This fellow was shocked. Miles, Mr. Miles, was shocked
President, yeah.
that you're out. And why was it a shock?
Well, actually, I was nearly pronounced dead next day on the Sunday. Around the town up in Rapania, of all places, 700 people population those days, but all around the town on the Sunday morning about 11 o'clock I was supposed to have gone to heaven. But I didn't, and I finished up going down to the Horsham Hospital. Anyway.
Well, that's a surprise. You're going to heaven.
That might explain why sometimes I'm a bit crack, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, that
was 38 years ago.
That gives us a little bit more of an insight.
But
Well, let's get stuck straight into the game, Barry. What was the weather like and any changes?
weather was perfect, Colin. The first, probably when we got there, I thought it might have been a nice sort of breeze either end, but it was a little bit of a breeze there. It was, but it finished after quarter time. It was a perfect day for football. You couldn't complain about the weather.
Changes?
Out was two very important changes. Ryan Stewart, Paddy Denon, two of our key backmen, our attacking backmen. Might have cost us a game. In come in was Shane Magg, who was a little bit rusty, but he played a fair game. And O'Dell played all right too. But with a bit of luck, Ryan Stewart and Paddy Denon will be right next week. I hope so. To fix up Seaford.
Well, that's good. Well, let's have a look at the game. The first quarter, Karingal kicked 4 goals zip, or 0 to 2 goals 2.
The first quarter, Colin, the four guns, as I call them, Harrison, Lewis, Powell and McLeod, they started off brilliantly, and we were playing very well. We're tackling very fiercely, and it was a very good opening. We should have been in front at quarter time. The second quarter, what was the second?
5-2 Karingal to 3 goals 4. Still pretty close.
It was very close. We were playing very well. I mean, all the guns, and O'Dell and Shedlock was playing well in the back line. He's a bit of a dash, that Shedlock. Rory Gregg was playing fair on the ruck, and John was nullifying one of the ruckmen. He wasn't getting too many tap-outs, but he was nullifying. But we should have been at least 2 goals in front at half-time, Colin. It's not a big statement to make, but it was. They should have. A couple of fundamental marks were dropped in the goal square. 2 goal turnaround. We should have kicked the goal, dropped the mark, we won't mention it was, but they know how it was. But up to half-time, we were the better side.
Okay, so you're not going to mention Warner's name.
Well, he knows. He knows. He don't have to mention his name, but he come good at the finish. But it was just a drop set. Oh God, I could have. I mean,
well, sometimes these things happen. They happen to the best of us, don't they, Barry?
He's down. He's just a little bit down in confidence. But if he starts, hopefully he can get back next week and get the right sort of the confidence. It'll be a lot better. Hopefully.
Well, the third quarter, it was still close. 9 goals 7 to 3 goals 6. Just starting to slip away a little.
Karingal's starting to take over, Colin. They're just starting to get their play on game. They've got a lot of good runners on that side, Karingal. At number 3, number 1, number 19, at number 27, he was nullifying Damon. Damon had a pretty quiet day on Sunday. But there was, most of the time they had 2 or 3 players. I don't know how they work it, because you look down there, there'd be at least 2 players on Damon. And he was, at number 27, the vice captain, he was on Damon. He played a good game. He's got a nice rough head, but can play the game. But they started to take over in the third quarter.
So they virtually got a winning lead.
They did, yeah. And that was a winning quarter for them. I mean, we've been having our third quarter the last few weeks, Colin's been our best quarter. But Sunday, it was just the fundamental disposal. I mean, the stars like Louis and Powell, their disposal was generally pretty good. They're kicking the wrong fellas. It was they know they were in the wrong, but that cost them the game that third quarter.
All right, final score: Karingal 10-8, 68 to Chelsea 5-7, 37.
Well, unbelievably, Colin, we've outscored them in the last quarter. I mean, we've kicked 2 goals, and the 2 goals come from Chrissy Warner. 2 very good marks, but it was a bit of a dull sort of last quarter. How many goals did Karingal score in last quarter? Only one, didn't they?
They scored 1 goal.
Yeah, we scored 2. It was but they had the game won, and it was actually pretty boring last quarter. But it wasn't much action at all. But we did, so we got some sort of satisfaction at our score in the last quarter.
Tell us the goal kickers.
The goal kickers, Chrissy will want to kick 2 goals, 2 in the last quarter, which is might just help him for next week, hopefully. Harrison kicked 1. Damon kicked another 65-metre goal on the boundary line. That's about the only thing he'd done all day. But and then Scotty McLeod kicked a goal too.
Very good. Give us the group of best players.
Well, the big four was. Look, I'll tell you something about this big four. When they fire, Chelsea fires too. I mean, they were on fire in the first half. We should have been in front, but a bit worn down. Harris got a bit. Well, he didn't fire up in the last quarter. But my best players are probably not in order. Odell, Carmody, Unsworth, Powell, Harrison, McLeod, and Lewis.
No Stokel.
Stokel played all right. No, he was.
See, McAvoy from the paper gave Stokel amongst the best players.
Oh, he played all right, Stokel, but
So he probably made him 3rd or 4th best player.
Doesn't get many possessions, Stokel.
Okay. Well, give us the votes. 1 vote.
One vote split again. This is unusual for a final. But I'll split them. Jackson Power with McLeod get 1 each, half a vote each.
Yep.
2 votes to Anthony Lewis, played a brilliant game. And 3 votes to Mercurial, as I say, Harrison. He's a marvellous guy.
Very good. Now, any highlights?
Not too many at all highlights, but in the third quarter, nearly in front of me, I should have had the camera going. Langus took a mark of the year, I reckon. He's only about 5 foot nothing. He's got up over about 6 or 8 players and taken a mark, but that's about all he's done for the day, Langus. He had a
Plus the big kick from Damon. 65
Damon
metres.
and yes, at least 60 metres on the left-hand side, up towards the ocean end, and it was but it was well held all day, Luke Damon.
Now, you wanted to talk about the under-18s in the second.
Yeah, they played on a Saturday and they both won, which is a very good win, and the second one pretty easy, and the under-18s won by a couple of goals. They beat Langron, and Langron beat under-18s about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so that was pretty good for them. So we'll have 3 sides playing next. I don't know whether they're Chelsea's reserves are playing before us next week. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Whether they play on Saturday or the Sunday. That record shows that all the games, next couple of games, at all Frankston Park, aren't they?
I think so. We'll have to be close, stick close to the
Well,
internet or the guide there.
Well, it'd be nice to know if they were all playing the same day.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Hopefully,
wouldn't
yeah. So you could go and see them all.
Make a day of it.
But I think hopefully you were probably going to mention something about Chapel about next week's changes.
Yeah, any changes next week? You reckon?
Well, I reckon I don't think he might make too many changes. But
What about the back line?
well, we're going to have Stewart and Denellen back in next week, and I think Shedlock will stay in there. Unsworth didn't play too bad in the back line.
Who are we playing next week?
We'll be playing Seaford.
Okay, and this is an elimination final.
Whoever loses gets out, gone.
And the winner
We'll play either Frankston, YCW or Karingal.
in a prelim.
Yeah,
So it's essential that Chelsea
we've got to win, mate. We've
got to win. And what's their record against Seaford?
We'll beat them twice this year by 12 goals.
Okay, so without
Plus,
going...
because the only danger, he kicked 6 goals again.
So we need our back line to be strong.
Well, we fixed about, I think Unsworth played on it. Was it Unsworth played it? No, it might have been, not sure. No, Shedlock played on it last time. Helped him with 2 goals over here.
Yeah.
So he's playing away Shedlock. But we've got to try and stop the supply coming down from the middle of the ground, which we will, because they've got a pretty good ruckman, I think, that Seaford side, isn't they?
I think so, yeah.
What's his name? He's got a funny name. I think we'll Chap will get him fired up again this week, and should be right for
Just to regroup and to
forget all about
refocus.
last week's game.
Forget about last
history.
week's game. Concentrate on this week. And just
So
tell us exactly when and where it is.
It's at Frankston Park, and it doesn't start at 2:15 at all, Colin. It starts at 2 o'clock.
Well, there we go.
So I got there early on Sunday, of course, but I thought it was 2:15. But no, why are they changing from 2:15 to 2? I think they'd have it at the same time. But anyway, it's 2. I presume it's 2 p.m.
2 p.m. this Sunday.
Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be there with
Reporting.
whatever.
You and
I can do.
McAvoy.
Mr. McAvoy. What was his best players? Just offhand.
Oh, he said it was Harrison, Powell, Stokel, Lewis, Unsworth, Odell.
Well, he's had 4 of mine fellas there for change.
So
Well done, Simon.
He was actually there. Good work.
Get some brains for change.
Good work.
Very good.
All right, well, that's goodbye from me.
Well, that's goodbye from me. We'll see you next week.